Hey, we live. Okay, let's do this. Yo, 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 whoever shows up. Hey, I'm Psychosaurus. And I hope this music ain't loud. Let me check. Volume should be fine. Okay, Romans are out for a while now, and I haven't started. I better get started to it. And we ain't skipping. Let's get to it. Create. We're gonna start with the Roman tutorial. Let's go. Food is needed to train villagers and military men. Yeah, that's a good advice. That was a lot of stuff. Welcome to Age of Empires Online. Congratulations on starting your empire. This humble capital city will one day be the jewel of the world. Nah, not really. I got the Greek hometown. For now, the people need your attention if we are all to thrive and prosper. Big begin quest to start your journey into world domination. Well, let's get to it then. The Eternal Empire. It is good to see you. Rome has been overrun by Celtic barbarians. One day we will gather our forces and strike back, but before then, let's make sure the surviving locals don't die to the invaders. Get out there and save our people. How to select a unit? That's easy. I don't have to read that. Just show it. Selecting multiple, sure. Okay. Right out. I'll get stuck. Come on, man. Treasure hunting. Give the scout treasure. Yeah, give it to me. There they are. And they have no damage. Come on, man. Club, man. You didn't grab that. Come on, man. God dang it, why did you grab it? Returning home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure. What's that? Sure. Who cares? Man, it's dark here, but okay. Let's go home. Congratulations! Quest completed. To claim a reward, click. Keep an eye out for more quest givers.
Listen to this.
Oh, I'm listening, man. Our hero returns.
They don't have a chance.
New deck unlocked.
I have the perfect plan.
Now that you have saved the locals from the barbarian attacks, you need to help them find some food, otherwise they will starve to death. Look around and leave no stone unturned. Well, that's fine. Gather food, use the food. Gotta be the full experience here. Gain deer herds, fishing spots.
They don't have a chance.
Okay. View your quest. Sure. Use the quest map. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Gathering resources. Train units built structures. Yeah. One that is guarded by what? I do nothing. Add training villagers. Food, build restraint. Found a deer. Good. Get the guardians. Forgot to open those. Fishing spots. Hey man. Hey everybody. Ooh, we gathered. More villagers. More treasures. Okay, show me what we got here. Nothing more. Okay, one more villager. Okay, let's get those houses then.
Listen to this.
Yeah, I'm listening. Sure. Nicely done. The locals are well fed now.
Cannot fail.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one in a while.
I have the perfect plan.
One of the outposts nearby has been completely razed to the ground by the barbarians. Help them rebuild by making storehouses and houses for them. They will love you forever if you do.
Go. Win.
Okay. Some farmer. Do I want farmer? Oh, I want that. This is the Greek Empire here. Garnets. Itorium, Emporium. Oh, I want this. What do I want to build here? I don't think it's farms. I don't really need honey. We can sell this. Yeah, sure you can stay here. Yeah. Close this. And we got the points. In explaining. Empire points, sure. Empire points. In technology. In technology. Reminder. Okay, I got some points. Unfortunately, I cannot. Oh, I can. I don't really want that. Okay. Then yeah, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, not enough space. They built a house. And no engineer here. Well, that ain't good. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Build storehouse, gather wood, wolves. Okay. Okay, give me that. Give me that wood. Okay. Oh, what is that? Who's that? Who did that? Oh, they bought you! 410, thank you for the follow. Thank you, really. Okay, give me that. Still weak? Yeah, they're still weak. Another camp. We go to storehouse. Okay, more wolves. Okay. Okay. Chest. Under the wood. Yeah, you got pretty easy. Okay, let's play some tutorials. Danger. Source of food, but they can fight back. Houses increase the population limit. Drop of resources, yeah, first stats. Yeah, pretty basic stuff. Okay, let's see.
I have the perfect plan.
We get Castellum and Spearman.
They don't have a chance. I know what you must do.
Oh yeah, new stuff. So, look at all these weapons littering our streets. If anyone thinks this is how civilized people live, I'll give them a black eye. Here is a blueprint for a gear hall. Once this is placed in your capital city, you can equip your warriors with armor and weapons. Also, it will get all of this trash off the ground.
They don't have a chance.
Yeah. We got a storehouse here. Where do I place this? And I got this weird shaped island thingy. How is one supposed to place stuff here? But okay. Right there. Ooh. Okay, let's double this. Points. Some wool cloth. Yeah. Other coins. Yeah, we got it built. Streets are clean again. We should check for gear in the stores you encounter while visiting other players and regions. Yeah.
Go.
I don't need gear. I'll just take what I got. Bonus range protection. Villagers don't really care. Put it on engineer. I guess spearman only for now. And yeah, this one always belongs on a house. Yeah, I'm still level 2. I need level 3, right? Okay.
I have the perfect plan.
It looks like the barbarians don't like giving up, so we need to teach them a lesson, build a castellum, train some spearmen, and kick them out for the empire.
Go and win.
Well, let's sure, let's kick some barbarians. Okay. Build a castellum, train some. And put it over here. Gonna be a little bit slower here this early. Get some peaks. Oink, really? Over here. Get more wood. I don't need that much. Yeah, let's go to Castello and start training. Let's scout. Some fishing spots as well here. Good. More huntables. Those peaks. 2 more peaks. Then me, my peaks now. Okay, good. Space. Great. Ooh. What about you? Oh, you do normal damage. Oh, that ain't good. Keep it for later. Mind the pop cap. Get those spearmen out. Yeah, Celtic spearmen, not that strong. Let's get hunting, man. Okay. Okay, I see more treasure camps. Another treasure camp. Ooh, peaks. I'll take them, thank you very much. No bushes. 35. You have some armor, right? Typical for spearmen. I should not need that much. That many. Let's Mm, okay, give me that. Finally, get those camps. Man, no gear. Just so unusual. Give me that camp. Okay. You should give me level 2 or level 3 in Bronze Age. Yeah,
I have the perfect plan.
Those barbarians definitely got bashed. And in style.
They don't have a chance.
There we go. Level 3. Give me the bronze. Nice. More advanced attacks. Nice. Okay. What we got here? Red, low keep. This on the scout. Bonus damage protection. That's bonus damage protection. I ain't putting that on my scout. Fine Fred.
Listen to this.
Okay, hang on. We got a lot of points now. And you know what? I need to take a little break, so I'll be right back. Okay, we back. So, since we are here at the tech tree, I wanna do some short overview over the Roman Civ. I've been asked to do some, but I'll do some better in the future, so this will be just go through some, yeah, go through the tech tree. So yeah, Romans, if you haven't seen them so far, well, what are you doing? They are the new Civ. They are, in my opinion, mainly focused around their siege. And yeah, they have some very good front line, and they, one of their unique things actually is also that they have the officer units trained at the officer tent. So let's go through their units first, the military tech tree. So yeah, their castellum, that's actually a Roman equivalent to barracks. So pretty much you can expect their basic infantry, but you can also train echoes from there. So let's go through the spearman first. So yeah, pretty much typical stuff you can see for any other spearman. For their cost, 40 food, 20 gold, 60 resources in total. Yeah, that's pretty normal standard price. I mean, Greek spearman costs 60 resources, Babylonian costs 60 resources, so it's about the same amount of resources, but it's less food but more gold than the Greek spearman, which I feel like is good comparison to this one. And yeah, 250 health, that's pretty good health as a base health. 11 damage, that's pretty standard. 3.5 times multiplier, that's pretty high multiplier. Some spearmen have only 3 times, some even only 2.5 times. So 3.5 times is, I believe, the highest one, but other spearmen also get higher from their champion upgrades. And yeah, snare, armor, yeah, that's pretty much the similar. Their champion upgrade, 10% calorie damage, 10% movement speed, 15% snare. Okay, so this is pretty much similar to the Persian spearman, but it's, in my opinion, much weaker. But since this is typical spearman starting in the Dark Age or Copper Age, rather, okay. So yeah, I get it why it would be weaker. Yeah, it's definitely weaker, and I think that this one might be actually one of my least favorite champion upgrades, because I think everyone else gets something better than this. 10% bonus damage versus calorie. They already have pretty high bonus, but 10% only from the champion. That's not much increase. I mean, you get calorie good, but that's about it. 10% movement speed, that ain't bad. That's pretty nice. That can be nice. 15% snare, yeah, good for chasing. I don't know, I feel like this is one of those weaker spearmen, in my opinion. Like, starts pretty well, but ends poorly, in my opinion. I prefer the other spearmen. I feel like this one is just, yeah, good against calorie, good at chasing calorie. And that's pretty much it. Okay, there are other infantry, legionary. This is gonna be probably the most important unit in Roman army. So this infantry unit, max health 250, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, just like the Roman spearman. 14 DPS, that's pretty high. That's pretty high base DPS, 1.5 times multiplier. Legionary is supposed to be anti-infantry, so their damage is very high, but the basic damage, which makes them good pretty much against anything, but the multiplier is pretty low, so yeah, it's there, so it makes them better against infantry, but the damage against infantry is overall not much higher, but well, unlike the others. Let's say Hippaspis, who has like 11 DPS and 2.5 times multiplier. They also get some base snare, which is nice. Sure, why not? But this is huge. The melee infantry armor, that's very huge. 0.5. That's on a level of a Celtic champion. That's a lot of infantry armor. These bad boys are just so tanky. Yeah, if you played Legendary Quest, yeah, you might know that playing infantry against legionaries might not be the best option for you. It's better to grab something else, because that infantry armor is just so huge, and fighting legionaries in Legendary Quest, that's kind of a nightmare, because especially if you're infantry focused civ, yeah, it's gonna be bad for you. But hey, if you have some ignore armor, that might be a good time to use it. These guys just have a lot of it. Some crush armor, yeah, that's typical. And also have some pierce armor. For Bronze Age unit, that is supposed to be anti-infantry infantry unit, they have a lot of armor, and their base health also helps that. Like 250 health, that's a lot of health. They have champion upgrade here, so improves legionary, 15% health, 25% damage. Yeah, their health is pretty high, so that helps a lot. And their damage, because it's very high, this helps a lot as well. So their champion upgrade is pretty strong, in my opinion, just because their basic stats are already pretty high. And these units are very unique because they also get second upgrade, Bellum Romanum, which gives them charge attack. So typical thing you see, you can see at Celts, as Celts, pretty much your Wolf Traders have the charge attack. As Babylonian, your Lancers get the charge attack from their champion upgrade. So Romans have the same thing. Unlike the other civs, this bonus damage is actually lower, only 2.25 times, whereas the others, I believe, have 3 times. So it's pretty lower, and also you get 15% movement speed. Pretty expensive, 1000 gold, but since you get it in Golden Age, yeah, gold should not be that huge issue late game. So expensive, but definitely powerful. And yeah, this is one of the reasons Romans are quite a nightmare in legendary quests, because their legionaries get their champion upgrade, and then they also get Bellum Romanum right at the beginning. They just do so much damage. Oh boy, what a nightmare. Yeah, legionary is definitely one of those most annoying units in legendary quests I can think of. Okay, Praesidium. This is Castellum upgrade, which increases their health. So this is why the Roman Castellums have so much health compared to typical barracks, because they get this Praesidium. And it grants them the ranged attack, while garrison grants ability to garrison 10 villagers. So this gives some nice protection for your villagers in Silver Age. Just garrison them into the Castellum. Hey, they can attack. What is it? 4 DPS? I suppose this works similarly as the siege tower. And the more villages we put in, the more damage it's gonna deal. I suppose, I don't really know. I should check it out sometimes. Okay, Roman Ekes. And these are cavalry units trained at the barracks, which is actually pretty huge, since most cavalry units take quite a while to train. But since Ekes is trained at the barracks, the train time will get lower through the Castellum upgrades, or barracks upgrades as you like, because the Castellum has the same upgrades as typical barracks. So minus 20% train time, minus 30% train time. This is pretty huge advantage. They don't get the movement speed upgrades like the other civs would get at stables, but you get a lot of them, so that's pretty good. Okay, what are other stats? 60 food, 60 gold. That's pretty expensive. That's a lot of resources. So it requires some economy to actually train these. Okay, what about the stats? So 450 health. That's pretty good. If I had to compare it to something, it would be to probably Prodromos or Saisophoroi, who Prodromos gets like 390 health, Saisophoroi gets 420. So yeah, this is a lot of health. Like in comparison to the Greek cavalry, that's a lot of health. Okay, the melee damage 19. That's one less than what Prodromos gets, so yeah, that's okay. Bonus versus range 2 times, so this means they are pretty good against ranged units. It's only 2 times, it's not the highest, but it definitely can make them dangerous. Yeah, since they're cavalry, they will be dangerous to ranged units. Bonus versus cavalry 1.5 times. Okay, they can fight cavalry. It's not gonna be that great as if you would use, let's say, Norse horsemen, but it's gonna be there. So definitely they can hold on their own against, let's say, something like Lancer, but they will be bad against something like Norse horsemen or camels even, probably. Okay, melee cavalry armor 0.2, that helps them against the cavalry. So I guess they're gonna be good against cavalry, but they are not great as the other cavalry units. That's how I describe them. Pierce armor is there. 0.3, that's pretty standard. That's pretty much most cavalry units get anyway, so it's pretty nice. Crush armor, that's typical. Speed only 10. Okay. Champion upgrade. 25% bonus versus range. That's pretty huge. That's gonna help a lot. 15% pierce armor and 15% movement speed. So yeah, from the champion upgrade I can tell Ekkas is literally a nightmare for ranged units. That's literally a nightmare because once they get the champion upgrade, their multiplier is pretty high. They have very nice pierce armor, and they have, well, they're not gonna be the fastest cavalry units, but definitely the movement speed is gonna help a lot. Yeah, they're definitely a nightmare for ranged units. And yeah, I remember fighting Ekkas with ranged units is not a good idea in legendary quests. You need like melee units, but then they also have legionaries there. And like just these barracks units, just these two are just good enough to make the Roman legendary quest quite difficult because of their heavy armor. So you want to counter Ekkas, you go for something like, let's say, spearmen, but then they have legionaries. They destroy your spearmen. How do you counter legionaries? Well, you have to go range, but then Ekkas can go after your range. So it's pretty annoying dealing with just these two units from my experience. Manageable, but annoying. Okay, let's move on. Auxiliary camps. So auxiliary camp is pretty unique, because this is supposed to be a mixture of archery range and stables, although they get only one cavalry unit here. And yeah, I think yeah, they it's not having the same upgrades as archery range or the stables. Instead, they have this cost reduction, which is actually pretty huge, and also the price is different. 50, 50, 25 for the first one. So yeah, 10% cost, that can be huge. Another 10% cost down. So that's minus 19% cost just by getting these two upgrades. You can already save a lot of resources for just these units. And the last one is damage movement speed. Damage movement speed, okay. So they're gonna end up like being faster than your typical ranged units, but you will have less tanky the cavalry unit, which I believe is not a huge issue. Let's go through those units. So Balearic Slinger, 30 wood, 20 gold. That's pretty okay price. Okay, since it's Slinger, we can expect it to be good against range. So let's see. Max health, 90 health. That's pretty low. It's ranged unit, so it should not get to the front line, so it should not be taking that much damage. I wonder, what was that? Did I hear? I think I heard something weird. Okay, 7 DPS. That's very low. That's pretty low. But the bonus versus ranged, yeah, 3 times. So yeah, just from the multiplier, use them against ranged units, against anything else. It's not gonna be great. Well, at least it's not on the same level as the Norse Skirmisher, to be honest. Attack range 20, that's pretty good attack range. I mean, you reach Bronze Age. I believe this is the greatest range I've seen in the game so far. I mean, if we are talking about Bronze Age units, yeah, this is pretty huge, 20 range. So even though they have low health, they can keep their distance. That's pretty nice, and it also helps if you're focusing the ranged units. They can attack sooner than the enemy has even chance to attack back. Yeah. Pretty good. Pierce armor definitely helps against the ranged units. Yeah, this is heavy anti-ranged unit in my opinion. So yeah, use it against ranged. Against anything else, it's kind of bad. And once you reach Silver Age, you switch to Ekkas and you counter ranged units easily. Pretty good. And champion upgrade. Maximum range 15%. I think maximum range and 25% line of sight. It's kind of some kind of compensation for not having the archery range upgrades. That's what it feels like to me. And also 15% attack rate. It's a pretty good champion upgrade too, in my opinion, for 350 gold. Pretty cheap. Yeah, these bad boys attack further away, attack faster. Yeah, they're a little nightmare to ranged units. Champion upgrade is pretty nice. Okay, let's go. Cretan Bowman. So yeah, this is anti-infantry ranged unit. Okay, so max health 130. That's pretty good health. That's pretty good health. Pierce DPS 10. It's worse than what Toxotes have by 1 DPS. But it's fine. 130 health. That's actually pretty good for a ranged unit. Bonus versus infantry 2.5 times. That's pretty high. Attack range, line of sight, speed. Yeah. So yeah, this is Roman version of Toxotes, pretty much. It's slightly weaker because of its lower base DPS, but the multiplier is higher, so this is more focused against infantry. It kind of reminds me of the Babylonian Bowman as well. Babylonian Bowman has low base DPS, but against infantry they do, I think, also 2.5 times, so pretty high multiplier as well. Hey cock. So yeah, like it's gonna be good counter against infantry. In Silver Age, what do you have? You have the Legionary, so for now, yeah, we'll get to Siege. So yeah, for Silver Age, it's pretty good. Champion upgrade, 10% damage, 10% range, 10% line of sight. Yeah, it's definitely weaker than what the Slinger has, and it's even more expensive. It's kind of making it bad. Or at least it makes it look bad, but 10% damage, okay, so they'll become, yeah, with this it's like shorter range but better against infantry Toxotes, I guess. And that'll be cheap, don't forget that'll get cheaper as well, so the price goes down. 35, 30. That's pretty good, that's pretty good. Also you get the damage here, movement speed, yeah, pretty good. Okay, and Gallic Horseman. So this one, that's one late game heavy cavalry unit. And oh boy, fighting these, it's pretty fun in legendary quests. Especially they get this epic version of heavy spear of Siavash for some reason. So their base damage in legendary quests is not that high, but against cavalry they can be deadly. So this is supposed to be a heavy cavalry unit that is supposed to counter other cavalry. So max health 850. That's a lot of health, to be honest. That's more than what Hippicon has, but less than what Cataphract has, I believe. So that's a lot of health. Melee cavalry DPS 23. That's pretty high. That's pretty high. I think Hippicon gets 24, so it's slightly weaker. Bonus versus cavalry 2 times. I mean, it's supposed to be anti-cavalry, but the bonus is not that high, like what you see with the other cavalry units. Like you see the Celtic or even Norse horsemen, you end up with 3 times multiplier. So 2 times multiplier, not the highest. Crush armor typical, and this is pretty huge. Melee calorie armor, 0.40. That's the highest calorie armor I've seen so far in the game. 0.40, that's pretty high. Most units, if they ever get calorie armor, some base, it's typically 0.30, and I don't think there's anything higher. So yeah, Gallic Horseman, very high armor, pretty high damage, with some multiple against calorie. It's rather they are difficult to kill in my opinion, than rather being like really good against calorie. And champion, 25% damage, that's pretty huge. And bonus versus siege, 50%, that's pretty huge as well. The way I see this unit, it's pretty much cataphract, but focused against cavalry instead of infantry. And also they are not getting pierce armor, so they are quite vulnerable towards pierce. So a lot of health, yeah. The pierce armor, it's something that I kinda hate to see, that there's no pierce armor. Also their price, 120 food, 100 gold, and 3 population cost. Like, it's pretty expensive unit, especially the pop cost is gonna make it annoying in the late game since you won't be able to afford that many. But I think they're gonna be pretty powerful. Yeah, but best way to look at them, it's cheaper anti-calorie version of Cataphract. And hey Gambini. Okay, now we're moving to the Praetorium, which is, you could call it also the officer tent. And this is where you will train your Roman officers. Where and officers are pretty unique. Each of them has some kind of ability pretty much. Let's start with the first one, the Decurion, which you get in Bronze Age. And oh boy, so what do these have? So 80 food, 100 gold, 3 pop. So for a Bronze Age unit, that's very expensive unit. Now health 800, melee calorie DPS 24, bonus versus priest 2 times, snare 0.80. Interesting. Regenerate 4, that's very unique. Not many units get some base health regen, so this is very nice. Pierce armor 0.50, crush armor 0.50, yeah. Long train time 23 seconds and 9 movement speed. The way I see this unit, it's very similar to Greek Hippicon. I would say slightly stronger, it gets snare, has better pierce armor, gets health regen, which works very nicely with the pierce armor. Snare, I don't really care about snare. Bonus versus priests, that depends. Yeah, the way I see this unit, it's stronger version of Hippicon, which you get in Bronze Age. And also officer units get a build limit, so you can have up to 8 Decurions. Yeah, imagine getting Hippicon in Bronze Age. Very powerful cavalry unit, hard to kill. Pretty damn annoying. I kinda hate it in PvE because it's gonna take a while to train one, and if they keep dying fast, it can be quite expensive to replace them. So I think strong unit, but expensive early. Late game it should not be that a huge issue. What about the champion? 25% bonus range protection, snare resistance. Yeah, both of these are very good. Bonus range protection, that's very nice. What's the first thing you see against cavalry? Spearmen. Spearmen get pretty huge bonus versus cavalry. So definitely works there. Depending on the quest, or see if you're fighting, they might have something else. Let's say the Gallic Horseman. Yeah, this works pretty nicely. So the bonus range protection, obviously for cavalry units, that's very huge. Snare resistance, okay, they're harder to slow. Again, this works very nicely against spearmen who get some base snare. From this, what I would say, It's a good unit to like ignore the army and just raid. It can take few hits, and thanks to the bonus damage protection, it's gonna survive for a while. The health regen is gonna help a lot. Yeah, it's literally better hippie gun. I have nothing else to say about it. Very powerful Bronze Age unit. Late game, good for raiding, definitely. It's gonna, like, you just run by the defenses, you don't care. 0.5 pierce armor, you just ignore towers, you don't care. Okay, Centurion, 80 food, 150 gold, 2 pop. That gold cost is very high, to be honest, so it's gonna be expensive to afford these. Build limit 8. Okay, there's a limitation as well. Max health 650. That's a lot of health, but for 2 pop unit, I mean, it's better than most cavalry units. Melee infantry DPS 40. That's pretty huge. 40 DPS. I don't think that there's any unit that would get that much DPS. Bonus versus priest, yeah, 2 times. Pierce DPS 50. Attack range, snare 50. I think the snare works only on the ranged attack, but I might be wrong. Pierce armor 0.40, crush armor 0.30, 25 seconds train time. So yeah, the Centurion, it has its own ability, that is to throw a javelin, which is why they get the 50 DPS. And yeah, I don't know how much damage it does with that one attack. 50 DPS sounds a lot, to be honest. Yeah, the way I see this unit so far is quite expensive, but very powerful, thanks to its high DPS. And also pretty good pierce armor as well. Now it's champion upgrade. This is, I think, why it's very powerful. So 20% pierce armor, that helps a lot. I mean, if you're taking damage from ranged units, towers, that helps a lot. 40% melee infantry, since they have none, that helps a lot, especially in melee combat. 60% ignore armor. That's a lot of ignore armor. That's a lot of ignore armor. 60%, oh my god, that's a nightmare. In one legendary quest, there is a whole group patrolling area. I think it's the one, Don't Let Me Down, I think it's called, the legendary quest, and there's like a whole bunch of these Centurions, and there's also a few Aquiliphers as well. And what a nightmare! You don't really want to fight them because they get this, which makes them really tanky. They have gear, which I cannot show it to you right now, but these guys get swords, these guys get shields, medium armor, soldier gear, and javelin as well. And because of the javelin, they get a lot of extra stats, which is damn huge when you think about it. The javelin is about as equal to the sword. It's pretty much equal to the sword in number of stats. So yeah, this can be pretty powerful unit, especially once you get all the gear needed. Pretty huge. The courier is pretty much Hippicon, so it's pretty standard. Very powerful unit. Careful with your armored units. The 60% ignore armor ain't no joke. So if you're fighting this unit, it can be quite difficult. Especially if you, let's say you're playing as scouts, your longswordsmen, even though they get a lot of armor against infantry, at 60% it's just gonna destroy you. And it's just one example. There are many other units that get a lot of infantry armor. Best way to deal with these units? Kill them. They have low crush armor, they have no cavalry armor, so I suppose cavalry can be really good. And in some cases siege can be good as well. That's what it looks like. Very powerful unit, but also very expensive. Okay, let's move on. Aquilipher. So this is a unit that buffs your army by increasing their damage in an area. So think about the Norse chief, as it has its aura, increasing the health. Well, this is literally the same thing, but it's damage, and you can have 4 of these. It does not stack, if I remember correctly. And hey, Viking. So, what about these stats? 360 health, 18 infantry DPS. Well, it's not as high as these two, but since it's 1 pop, also 45 food, 65 gold, quite expensive to get one of these. It's not bad. You don't really want these to fight, in my opinion. So yeah, bonus versus priest, typical. Pierce armor, crush armor, 20 seconds to train. Pierce armor helps a lot. Also, these guys have very interesting gear slots. So what do these use? They have sword, they have horn, war horn. Just like the Vault Raiders have their own war horn. Oh yeah, Gallic Horsemen also have the war paint. That's what I forgot to mention. They have the new item type, which are the standards or banners rather. So they have the banner, they have the soldier gear, they have something else. I forgot what it is. Horn, the banner, the gear, sword. Is it shield? I don't really remember. I know there's one more, but I don't remember what. Oh no, the cloth armor. I forgot the armor. The cloth armor. I don't think you really want these to fight. You rather want them to stand around and just apply the aura to your units. That's what I feel like. Yeah, the champion just makes them, gives them more health, so better survivability, movement speed. They can run away if they have to, or they can keep up with your army. That works as well. So yeah, I think it's worth putting a lot of health on these and armor as well, just to keep them alive. I don't really want to see these fighting. Also, I believe these have the conversion immunity, so the enemy cannot convert them. I think that's true for these and for the last officer as well. So yeah, I think that's the case. Okay, Primus Pilus. Oh boy, this one is expensive. 250 food, 500 gold. And you get one of these, and also 4 population. Now, this one has an aura as well as the Aquilifer, but the difference is it affects the enemy units by lowering their DPS. I think it lowers by 10%. Aquilifer increases by 20%, if I forgot to mention. So yeah, this guy can be really annoying. You're trying to kill the Roman army, but he's there. Yeah, he makes it much harder. That can be quite annoying. Maximum health 1500. That's a lot of health. It's cavalry as well, although it's like a chariot being pulled by lions, which is fun to see. Melee cavalry DPS 24. I mean, for a 4 pop unit, that's pretty low. You don't really want this guy to fight. Bonus versus priest, pierce armor, point 30, that's pretty okay. Crush armor, cavalry unit, yeah, pretty typical. 25 seconds to train this one. I would increase it to 30 even, I would not really care. Yeah, and the champion upgrade to 75% health, 25% damage. I don't really care about the damage, but 75% health, that's pretty huge. For a unit that's really annoying and you want it to die as soon as possible, getting 75% health, that's a lot. Also, I cannot forget, when these guys die, they also like stand up and keep fighting for a while. And I believe they are immortal, you cannot really kill them. They have to run out of health. And oh boy, it takes a while for them to die finally. It's a little bit annoying. I think the worst part is literally the aura about these. And you have to focus them down, but their pierce armor helps. The health is pretty high. So yeah, it's pretty annoying to just kill these guys. And when they are around, yeah, they mean a problem. But for you, yeah, pretty good unit. Pretty good unit. You want it in your army. Just get some Aquilifers, get some Primus Pillows, and hey, you buff your army. So there's one more upgrade here. Roma Invicta. So what this does? Improves all the officer units. 25% bonus damage versus priest. That's nice. +4 Decurion build limit, +4 Centurion build limit, and +2 Aquilifer build limit. So yeah, this one pretty much improves them against priests, and also you are able to train more of them. So from 8 to 12, from 8 to 12, and to 6. Yeah. So you can have a lot of these officer units at the end. So in my opinion, the officer units very powerful, but very expensive. So yeah, careful if you're going for them. And yeah, this is not the only upgrades for them, but we'll get to the upgrades later. Siege Workshop units finally. So battering ram. This is pretty much the same battering ram you can see as Greeks or Persians. It's literally the same thing. 440 health, 32 DPS, 5 times multiplier. Pretty standard armor for battering ram. Yeah, it's literally the Greek battering ram. There's nothing else about it. But the champion upgrade, I think of the three civs, it is my most favorite. 25% damage. Greeks get 50%, but that's about it. Persians get 25%, but they also get movement speed, but this one gives 25% health. And that's what I love to see. I think health is very useful on battering rams because you want them to stay alive for as long as possible, and they are also great for soaking, especially the pierce armor, but since they're siege, in legendary quests they almost never take bonus damage, so yeah, the health is very nice, and for soaking pierce damage, very useful. Also snare immunity, that's pretty standard. And 400 gold, yeah, it's pretty cheap. Very nice battering ram upgrade. You really only need one of your main attack force, one to siege. Yeah, that's about the Aquilifer. Yeah. You don't really need that many Aquilifers, but it's nice to have more just in case they actually die. They love to run up and fight ahead of your infantry. Uh, uh, you can put them on the stance, the defensive stance, so they won't run ahead. I think that's what I wanna do. Like I have let's say I have my legionary army, I have my siege army, I have like my support units, so the officers and later clinicals, and I'll have the officers on defensive stance so they won't go ahead and fight the enemy units unless I want them. I wish the bonus wasn't versus priests. Don't ask me why they have bonus versus priests. Okay, back to battering rams. So yeah, I think this is very good battering ram, and the champion upgrade is very nice and I love it. I hope I'll be able to use them sometimes because this is very nice. What I kinda hate to see is that they kind of lack good ranged units. Like these units are nice, but they are, in my opinion, mainly anti-ranged units. So yeah, you have like anti-ranged, you have anti-infantry, so that doesn't work very nicely since you need to fight everything else. So I think the other siege units are gonna work well with the battering ram. I wonder if I could try like pure siege army. It might be interesting. Okay, moving on to the Scorpio. This is actually one pretty unique unit, since this is the only Silver Age siege unit that is ranged. That's very unique. So 120 food, 70 gold, 2 pop. So pretty cheap siege unit. I mean, for a 2 pop unit, that's a lot of resources, but since it's 2 pop, you can get a lot of these guys. And that's pretty nice. So their siege, max health is 150. It's not very high, but if you keep some meat shield in front of them, they should be fine. Crush DPS 20. It's not the highest, but for 2 pop cost unit, that's a lot of crush damage actually. I mean, if you get at least 2 of these, it's 40 DPS, and that's already more than what Ballista has for Greeks. Bonus versus infantry 1.5 times, bonus versus ranged. I think this is actually only 25%, it's not 1.3. Attack range 23, damage area only 1. I mean, the splash is nice, but for siege unit it's not the highest. That's kind of sad, but it's nice. Pierce armor, that's very nice, but very typical for a siege unit. 0.85. With their low health, you don't really have to worry about ranged units, but rather the other damage types, so cavalry, infantry, other siege like ballista or enemy Scorpios. Yeah, those can be scary against your own Scorpios. Speed is 5, which is nice, but their train time 24 seconds to get one of these. That's a lot of time to train one of these. 24 seconds. Oh boy, I think Greek Ballista takes only 30 seconds, but it's also Golden Age unit, so 24 seconds. You can get a lot of these, but it's gonna take a while to just build up a whole bunch of them. I'll be honest, I don't think they're like late game option as good as the Onager is, but they can be very useful early for your defense when you're fighting a lot of infantry and ranged units especially. But they can be fine against groups of cavalry units as well, in my opinion. But yeah, the main selling feature for these is they do a lot of damage to infantry and ranged, and the splash helps them with the large groups. Hard to spam these with the long turn time. And the champion, 50% bonus damage versus infantry, so again this supports the idea of them being mainly anti-unit siege, which is nice, especially against infantry. 25% snare. I don't really care about snare, especially on a siege unit, since snare affects, and this is what I've noticed on fortresses with the Ice King's arrows, that the snare affects only the primary target, not the units in an area. So 25% snare, I don't really care. But the last thing is very nice, removes minimum attack range. So these bad boys have minimum range, which is also pretty typical for a siege unit that is ranged. They have minimum range and they cannot attack enemies up close. Very nice upgrade in my opinion, thanks to the minimum range and the bonus versus infantry. Snare, I don't really care. Orange, this is where it's at though. Yeah, like Scorpio, in my opinion, it's good for defense. You reach Silver Age, get out few Scorpios to defend, especially in those Roman legendary quests, like fighting those legionaries with your Scorpios. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice view. And the Onager, okay. So yeah, this is your late game siege. So 280 wood, 160 gold, and this is very unique. 4 population cost. This is the lowest population cost for the ranged siege. Well, obviously unless you count on the ballistas with Themistocles, but let's think only about the base cost. So 4 population cost, that's pretty low. So unlike the other cities, so Greeks, Egyptians, yeah, you can get more onagers than the other two. Still pretty expensive. 280 wood. It's like 20 less than ballista. 160 gold. Ooh. How much is ballista? I think ballista is like 100, over 100 gold. So I would say it's about as expensive as ballista, but takes less space. Which, yeah, you just can get a lot of onagers. That's like a lot of them. That's very nice. Max health 250. That's lowest of the three. So ballista gets 280, so it's definitely more vulnerable. But hey, because you have more of them, you can do more damage. Because you can do more damage, you can kill enemies faster. Because you kill them faster, they do less damage. Bonus versus buildings, that's standard. Attack range 47, standard. Damage area 3, standard, yeah. Pierce armor, line of sight, yeah. After that, it's pretty standard. So yeah, Onager is very good since you can get a lot of them, and because you get a lot of them, you do a lot of damage. Okay, and what happened? Mukie has followed. Hey, thanks for the follow. Oh boy. When you combine the 20% range advisor. Oh yeah, there's the advisor for range. Yeah, the Romans get advisor for Scorpios and Onagers in Golden Age to increase their maximum range by 20% if you have the epic version. So 20% here, that's a lot of range. Just with the base range, it's +7 at least. So 44 range. That's a lot of range. That makes them very nice. And yeah, champion upgrade improves. So +10% damage, +15% movement speed. So it's something between the ballista and catapult. It's like mixture, damage, movement speed. Not as good as the other two, but it's something in between. I think this actually makes them even better than both together. Probably. 10% damage is very huge. Like I said, you can get a lot of onagers. So that's gonna be very useful. I think the base damage is actually lower than the other. Ballista gets, I think, 28 base. Catapult is even better than that. So yeah, it's lowest base damage, but you get a lot of them. I think you get like, okay, one pop less, so that's like 25% more of them. So that's like 30 DPS. Yeah, you can end up with better DPS than with ballista, and 10% more. That's pretty huge, and they end up even being faster. Oh yeah, you can actually speed them up. There's also the Millenniums, we'll get to those soon. Okay, let's move on. Economy. So, yeah, storehouse tax. We got the pretty standard. We got the standard, yeah, pretty much the basic ones. We get all of the Silver Age gathering upgrade. And yeah, Golden Age. This is kind of where it's a little bit bad. So they get last stone gathering upgrade, so that means they'll get a lot of stone, which is nice for defensive structures, definitely. So you definitely have a lot of stone as Romans if you get to the Golden Age and get the last upgrade. Very nice for this. They like the last farming upgrade, which makes it a little bit bad for getting the food, which makes bad for infantry and cavalry. But if we take a look at the prices, they are not that expensive. Like 40 food, 35 food. I guess it's a little bit expensive, 60 food. The Gallic horseman goes down by 19%, so it's gonna be like 100 food. The officers are not even that expensive food wise. So like for the food, I don't think you'll really miss the last farming upgrade. Gold, well, who cares about the gold? You get the caravans. And wood, yeah, since this is siege focused civ, the last wood gathering upgrade is, because it's missing, it's kind of bad, but it's nice. It's nice. It should be fine. You should be fine without the last wood gathering. It hurts, but it should not be bad. If you keep your siege alive, you'll be fine. Okay, docks, fishing boats. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Only first fishing boat upgrade. So yeah, this is not the fishing nation for you. Since this is only one upgrade, it's pretty bad as the Persians. So yeah, fishing is not the strong side of this Civ, no matter what. Liburnian. So the arrow ship. Liburnian. 110 wood, 110 gold, 2 population. And if we take a look at the stats, 600 health, 45 DPS, 26 range, 1 flash. Yeah, pretty standard. This is... I checked this and I believe this is the same as the Babylonian Birem or Birim or whatever you pronounce it. It's literally the same ship in my opinion. Literally the same. But I think Liburnian is worse because Babylonians can get a lot of wood thanks to their wood gathering upgrades and so the tree conservation. So for me Liburnian is slightly worse. But as Romans, you see it here, you're getting the Roman road, so you'll get more gold, so you're better with the gold. And you can buy the wood with that, so it's not completely terrible. But Babylonians get gardens, so they'll be able to spam the Biremes, or Biremes, or whatever you pronounce it. And their champion, yeah, pretty standard for the arrow ship. Merchant transport, it's pretty standard. And yeah, this is gonna be the main ship, the Eneris. 175 wood, 125 gold, and 3 population cost. Oh boy. Okay, what's going on here? Uh, hey, glad you enjoy my videos. The advisor for Scorpios is H3. Yeah, they get Gladius. They get Gladius in H3. That helps as well, but they get also the Golden Age advisor. It affects both the Onager and Scorpios. That's nice. Blah blah blah. Yeah, and this is in my opinion one of the most broken ships in the game. And let's see why. So maximum have 700. I think that's one of the highest ones. Well, not the highest ones, but it's pretty high. I don't really remember right now. But their attack, this is the main thing. Crush DPS 27, and that's why it's pretty huge. Especially with bonus versus ships 3 times. This ship hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. Attack range 26, damage area. So pretty much this ship works like your typical arrow ship, but the difference is it does crush damage. And that's pretty huge because guess what? Most ships have pierce armor. But have no crush armor. So crush armor versus pierce armor, which one are you gonna pick? Crush damage, right? Crush damage is definitely gonna be better option. And because it's 27 times 3, that's just huge. That's just huge right here. It's so broken. Oh my god. Thank god it's pretty expensive, otherwise it would be super broken ship. But it already is. It already is pretty broken. And you get like 75 DPS. Arrow ships typically get, like you saw, Libunian 45. 3M gets like 50, so effectively 3M does 25 DPS. And this ship does 3 times that amount. What? This ship is one of the most broken ships in the game in my opinion. Thank god you can dodge it now. There was a bug, you could not even dodge these ships and that was like the worst. One thing about this ship, because the multiplier is very high, this gives some way to counter this ship for the saves with fire ships because of the bonus damage protection. Sessuno has crush armor. Oh yeah, he has some. And not only him, I think even the the Biome Oasis captain ships, or whatever they're called. They have also some crush armor. It's not that bad. But because this has crush damage, don't forget you even can get more of them because of their huge range. Like, think about fire ships, they need to get close to start attacking even. But this just has huge range. And yeah, this one gets second damage that's connected with the champion upgrade, which enables special attack versus buildings and also line of sight. So, and it is also turns into your typical siege boat. You can see as Greeks, the ballista trireme, or as Egyptian, the catapult trireme, or as Persian, the mangonel galley. So yeah, and it is this combination of like arrow ship, fire ship, and siege boat, and it's all combined into one unit. That's how I describe this ship, and it's pretty huge. I think this is very powerful. Just getting few of these, it can hurt. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Just the fact that the main attack is crush damage is, in my opinion, making this ship very broken. The only bad thing about it is its price. 175, 125. That's a lot of resources to pay for just one, but if you can afford it, yeah. Pretty good. Okay, market. Let's move on to market. So caravans, yeah, you get Roman roads for the movement speed and saddlebags. So yeah, this makes them as good as the Persian and Celts with their caravans. So yeah, if you're going for the gold, caravans are very good source of gold for you. By the way, that's not all. The Romans have one very unique tech at the market, and that's called abacus. And this tech works the same way as I think it's like coinage, and I don't remember what's the second upgrade. So pretty much this should be working the same. This is working the same way as the coinage, but it's much better. It's slightly more expensive than the Bronze Age version, but it's, I believe this is even better than the combination of two, but I don't really know. So I was taking a look at it recently and it felt weird. I don't really know. And then also they also fixed it because it wasn't working properly or something. So yeah, it should be fixed. I wonder how it works now. I need to take a look at this. Yeah, this. If you don't know what this does, it's pretty much it lowers, like it improves the gold rates when you're buying, selling resources. So that's pretty good upgrade for you, especially. I recommend getting this as soon as possible. So when you're selling resources, you get as much gold as possible from selling. Okay, TC, villager, pretty standard, line of sight, wheelbarrows, but this is their unique unit, engineer. So this engineer is pretty much, think about villager that kind of gather, but builds faster. And that's the main focus. This is a unit about building your buildings. So it stats 200 health, 5 DPS, bonus versus huntables, that's pretty nice. Bonus versus siege, this is supposed to be also anti-siege unit. 30 DPS against siege, that's actually pretty nice. Like 30 DPS, that's what most units don't even get very easily. So yeah, if you're countering siege, this can be a very good unit. And the specialty of engineer is they can also build milariums. And your villagers cannot do that. Your villagers cannot do that. And milarium is this one very small building where you build it, and it pretty much grants aura for your units and buffs their movement speed. So when you build Milarium, it will buff surrounding units movement speed, and you can actually see the area of effect when you click on the Milarium. Even if it's like enemy Milarium, you can see the area. It's pretty cheap, 25 wood, but you kinda wanna build a lot of them, so 25 wood. In once you start building a lot of them, yeah, that can go pretty high. Ugh. Accepting unwanted legends. What is this business here, Gambini? What are you doing here? Oh yeah, I forgot. And that is the gear slots. Yeah, it's using throwing arm. It's using arrows, which is pretty unique. You don't see arrows and throwing arm, so very unique for a unit like this. But I think throwing arm is about the same as the bow, so well, some are even better. I'll agree with that. So yeah, I pretty much I'll end up with like a Montorius and some throwing arm. What engineering hotkeys are there? Just locate. I think yeah, I think engineers have some locating hotkey, yeah. Also, it's not showing it here, but just so you know, the engineer has plus 35% construction rate. Last time I checked it. So that's about as 25% less build time when you build with engineer. So pretty good. And yeah, although it says 20 seconds here on the Milarium, it actually will take 16 seconds because you can build it only with engineer. And yeah, engineers are using the same tools as villagers, so yeah, once you get the Divine Hammer of construction on them, that's a lot of construction rate right there. Okay, and obviously they have a wonder, which is the Colosseum, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and let's go to the utility. So the armor attacks, pretty standard, you get everything. Ranged, or pierce, melee damage, melee armor, range, pierce armor. So yeah, let's move on to the forum, which is, I would say, equivalent to Greek Academy pretty much. Building where you get a lot of decks. And the first one, SPQR. Reduces villager cost and training time. Minus 10% cost, minus 10% training time. It costs 150 wood, 150 gold. For Bronze Age, that's pretty expensive. Not to mention you also have to build a forum, so yeah, it's there. But when you get it, you can start pumping those villagers. Oh my god, this is actually, in my opinion, one of the best techs you can get. Cheaper villagers, and also you train them faster. Oh my god. Also there's an age advisor that applies to Millennium bonus. Yeah, there's H2 advisor. Oh yeah, I forgot. Millennium applies the movement speed only to military units. Not villagers, not caravans naturally, but there's an advisor that actually does that. Yeah, I forgot. No. Okay, yeah, back to SPQR. This is huge. This is huge upgrade. If you start, let's say the Silver Age, let's say you're playing Asgard, yeah, you got a lot of resources. Build a forum, get this upgrade as soon as possible because this is gonna boost your economy a lot. 10% cost on your villagers. That's pretty huge. Down by 5 food each, and also saving 10% training time. Oh boy, can you imagine how fast those villagers will be pumping? That's gonna be very nice. And with all the gear you get, oh boy, that's gonna be the fastest villager naturally. Okay, aqueducts. Plus 3 health regen per second, 20% health for your villagers and engineers. 125 food, 125 gold. I don't think it's the tech I would really need to rush. It's nice, but I don't really care about this. It's just something nice to get later. Bolster, this one is gonna be very good. 125 wood, 125 gold. Improves engineer. Plus 50% construction speed. Plus 100% siege repair rate. Plus 50%, that's actually very nice. If you take the construction rate of the engineer, which is 135%, increase it by 50%, that means they build more than twice as fast than a typical villager. And that's pretty huge. So you want to build Castellum, a villager takes 50 seconds. Guess what? Engineer with bolster upgrade, it takes 25 seconds. So that's pretty huge upgrade. Oh my god. That's very good upgrade. If you can get this, you'll be like building buildings in no time. And once you get also the gear, yeah, it's gonna be even better. If you have like 50% Divine Hammer of Construction with 50% construction rate, yeah, you'll go from 200% to 300%. So 3 times as fast. Millenariums in like 15 seconds. Or not Millenariums, the Castellums. Yeah, this can like snowball super hard. And just one engineer is like gonna be super fast. Can you imagine you train more of these? Oh boy. Okay, there's a unit you can train it at the forum, which is called Clinicus, which is a healing priest, and unlike most of the other priests, this priest can only heal. There's no conversion of this priest. 100 gold, so pretty standard gold cost. 1 pop cost. The strength of this priest is they can heal during combat, and that's the main selling feature of this unit. Remember how high the legionary armor is? Like 0.50? Yeah, with the Clinicus, that works super nice. That's just, oh my god. And it starts at 18 health per second. Oh my god. With the armor, oh boy. That's even better one than what the druids can heal. Just pretty huge. Okay, another tech here. Arch construction. Minus 35% stone cost, plus 40% crush armor. So minus 35% stone cost. Remember, you also get the Golden Age stone gathering upgrade. So with this upgrade, you can afford so many defensive structures easily. You literally mine a lot of stone, and then you can also build a lot more buildings. Very huge upgrade in the late game, but also pretty pricey. 300 wood, 300 stone. So pretty pricey. But if you get it and you run out of stone mines, you can buy stone, right? And when you buy stone, you can build more with it. So also very nice. Very good tech. And the crush armor, definitely great addition and can definitely help you with enemy siege when you're defending. Since this includes every building, this should affect walls as well, if I'm not mistaken. So your walls should be more resilient than any other walls with this upgrade. Well, what I see here, you get only 2 upgrades, which is nice. So they are not gonna be like, let's say, as defensive as Babylonians or Egyptians, but they should definitely last longer against enemy siege units, which is very nice addition of this. Great. Okay, herbal medicine. This is upgrade for your clinicals. Grants area heal. So yeah, 18 health per second, and now in an area. Also, notice the healing range. These guys can stand far away from the battle and heal your units. And now they also get area heal. Oh boy! This unit is very strong in the late game. Just area heal. I believe the area is the same as the druid or the priestess of Ra, so it should be about the same, but with the healing rate being so high, this is definitely the strongest healer in the game in my opinion. Especially when you include the fact they heal in combat. But they're not as good as the Rhapsodes because of Rhapsodes have really huge area of healing. But they can heal only out of combat, so yeah, definitely one of the greatest healers in the game. Ugh. Engineer with divine construction. It's not adding, it's multiplying. So you have like 35%, so it's 1.45 times 1.5 times 1.5. Bolster is nice choice. Yeah, definitely I would recommend rushing SPQR. Definitely great choice. I think Bolster can wait a little bit, because I think Engineer doesn't really need to work that fast early, but later once you are building your fort bases, this is gonna be a huge addition. Yeah. Clinicals. Yeah, once they get the AoE heal, they become very strong. Uh, oh yeah, Bolster is also, I believe Bolster, it's like weird positioning in my opinion here. I guess not completely, it's about the same as the Templum, but Bolster is Silver Age, so SPQR is Bronze Age, which is very nice. What is SPQR again? Minus 10% cost and training time for villagers. And yeah, you get it early, you get a lot of villagers pretty fast. Maybe combine with Bonjios. I mean, if you want super cheap towers, you can. Okay, so yeah, AoE healing on these bad boys, yeah, super powerful. And last upgrade, Marian Reformation. Reduces cost of Legionary, Decurion, Centurion, Aquilifer, Primus Pilus. So Legionary plus your officer unit. Minus 50% gold cost. 300 food, 300 gold. Well, in Golden Age it should not be that difficult to get that amount of resources. So once you get it, it's pretty huge. Don't forget, you also get the Roman roads. So Legionary goes down to 15 gold. So it's very easy to spam Legionaries. That's gonna be super nice. And then also you'll be able to afford your officer units much better. So Decurion goes down to 50 gold. Centurion goes down to 75. This one is 32.5. And Primus Pilus goes down to 250 gold. So yeah, with the Roman roads, and once you get this upgrade, yeah, gold should not be a huge issue at all. Like this is very important upgrade in the late game. And then you can use the gold and buy your other resources, especially wood for your siege. Yes, this is very nice upgrade. Very good upgrade in the late game. Okay, Templum. This is, yeah, the name is pretty much saying it for itself. So this is pretty much the Roman temple where you train Pontifex, which is the Roman converting priest. Conversion range 36, conversion rate 10. What's like the base range? I don't remember. Isn't it like 38? Well, anyway, 36 is still pretty long range. So yeah, pretty much typical converting priest. But their upgrade, that's gonna be very interesting. 20% conversion rate, so it goes down from 10 to 8. That's very nice. Conversion rate 15%, that's very useful. 50% line of sight. So yeah, the upgrade is very similar to the Babylonian one. So that it improves the priest in pretty much every way. That's pretty really good upgrade, but also very expensive. 1200 gold. Oh boy. So yeah, very expensive. Okay, Fortress, your typical Palintoron. Yeah, there's nothing about it. But typical towers, they get 2 upgrades. Typical walls, 2 upgrades. Yeah, pretty much similar thing you can see as Greeks. Very same thing, pretty much. So overall, from what I see from the tech, yeah, I can agree that like Romans have very good siege because like onagers you can get a lot of them. In the Silver Age you can go for Scorpios for the defense. You have very tanky frontline like the Legionaries, the Gallic Horsemen, the Eques, the Curians, even Centurions, like very tanky. And late game is yours because hey, you get pretty cheap army thanks to the Marian Reformation, so you can afford like, the legionaries better, you can afford your officer units better, and you can use the gold to buy wood and get your siege. You also build faster thanks to the engineers, so yeah, building fort bases is very easy for you. Naval battles, you got the NRAs. I will not say it's gonna win in the golden age 100% of times, because the main attack against ships has huge bonus, but if you're not fighting 5 ships, you should be fine with Eneris. You should be able to deal with pretty much any other ship. Economy wise, yeah, you're a little bit weaker, but because of the discounts you get a lot of stones, so defensively, even with the crush armor, you should have pretty good defensive power. You get engineers, so you can even repair faster thanks to the engineers. So repairing should not be issue as well. So Romans definitely can have pretty good defense in my opinion as well. Yeah, it's definitely their late game that makes them like super powerhouse. Like your legionaries getting all these upgrades. Then you also have the Clinicus with AoE heals, you get the Aquila for Primus Pilus with the buffs, debuffs. And then Siege that allows you to destroy large armies without an issue. So yeah. What's going on here? Moreover, if you get Crassus Advisor, gold is almost free. Yes. Yes, pretty much. You get gold, you get more space, and officers become even very affordable thanks to lowering the population cost down to 1. So Centurions and Decurions are definitely becoming much more affordable. Should be swapped out for upgraded grants, gold per unit killed. Oh boy. Yeah, so Romans, in my opinion, very powerful late game. Very powerful late game save. For the early game is, in my opinion, the biggest weakness. Like, Legionary is nice, but it's still vulnerable to ranged units, in my opinion. Or cavalry as well. The Curians are very expensive. Balearic Slingers are good against ranged units, so they can help you to survive the early game. Spearman. Yeah, also Legionary 35 food, 30 gold. Yeah, early game is in my opinion the weakest point for the Romans, because yeah, their cavalry unit is very expensive in Bronze Age, and yeah, their units can be quite expensive early. But once they reach late game, oh boy, that's a very powerful army right there. Okay, so that's my overview of the Romans for now. I think I spoken for too long. Okay, let's use my points. Give me this. I don't really have this. Don't care about walls. Economy upgrades. This one is nice. Do I need this? I don't like the Spearman champion, and typically you're not fighting cavalry in the early quests. So bigger gloves, net lures. Yeah, let's go with bigger gloves then. Oh boy. Ugh. You haven't done the Roman quest lines yet. Holy crap, the amount of units on screen is unreal. They suppose that they try to call that kind of like yeah, I heard something like that as well. Uh, yeah, okay, so let's move on.
Why, hello, my friend.
What do you have? Go to Sparta,
Hope to see you. Why, hello, my friend.
Persians, meaning
Welcome. Let's speak.
Babylonians.
Salutations.
That's for the
Hope to see you again.
uh, that's for the quest where you could the demo quest. That's what I'm looking for.
I know.
Demo quest. Congratulations! Your very efficient leadership has brought our people into a new age. Our wise men are bursting with new ideas, and with your guidance, we will rebuild Rome faster than I had dreamed of. There are our wise men. What technologies you wish to have? With that power, there will be no stopping our advance. Unlock Bronze Age technology at the palace. You will learn farm.
You cannot fail. I have the perfect plan.
These are all wonderful choices. Thank you. Give me my farms.
Cannot fail.
Consumable. You put that away.
I have the perfect plan.
Okay, your capital city is starting to take shape nicely, but there's something that we seem to lack. Oh yes, we need decoration, beauty. Who doesn't like shiny things? I sure do. I've received word from a trader from Capua. He can give us some free blueprints, but not before we help him out with something else. Travel to Capua and help the Capuan trader. I'll stay here and oversee the engineers. Oh,
Go. Win.
we're going to Capua. Oh, what is this? Empire points, new age. New technology unlocked. Pigeon channel, yeah, that stuff. So we are going, heading out. This is the city of Capua, the Capuan trader. Okay, Capua. And oh boy, here we are. Pompey the Great. I mean, he seems bigger than the others.
It work. It never quits.
Help, help, barbarians are. Hold on. Forgive me, but you look very similar to the people who have taken my home and family. The barbarians came in the middle of the night and set all I knew ablaze. I barely escaped, but those monsters have taken my friends and family to the camp across the river. Please use your might to save my village and rebuild what was lost. I'll give you all that I have. Vegetable or flower? Materials. Houses, H2, wood gathered. Ooh.
Okay, now. Do some every day. Get to work.
You want too much, man. You want just too much. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, agent quest, yeah. Blah blah blah, yeah, click. Okay, loading transports, yes. So save villagers, I see. Oh yeah, those barbarians. How dare they? Oh boy. What's on the lottery system? Oof. It's gonna be interesting. I like that they combine like, hey, you can win, but also in time you'll be able to buy the stuff yourself. So I definitely like it. I definitely like it. It's gonna be definitely something to look forward to. I just wonder what the items will do. I still have no engineer. That's making me sad. Okay, hop in.
Domus and Fodia, Tyria.
Okay, set sails. I should be able to lure them into a trap. Let's see what's over here. Can I even build docks? Cannot even build docks. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. Someone lucky will get the items pretty soon. The others will have to wait till they get enough the tokens, I believe. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what items it will bring. Other than that, I'm just gonna wait for it. Nothing here. Okay, build this. Keep gathering. Search everything. We got the Bronze Age. That. Oh boy. The rewards need to have 5 10 tiers rather than 1 item winner and 1 money winner. I guess if there's gonna be a lot of players, buying the tickets, then yeah, I kinda agree. It might be better to have like more tiers. Okay, so that's a watch call. Let's search this. Ooh. Hold on. Okay, is that all? Or is there like more? So there's a treasure camp. Can I kill the barbarian with 6 spearmen? Okay, good. Like if there's gonna be only 2 winners, I don't know. It would be nice if they could add like, I don't know, like 2 tiers of coins, 2 tiers of like empire points. That could be nice. Okay, drop it here. Ooh, get farms. Good day. Oh wait. I mean, you still wanna play because hey, you'll be buying those tokens. You'll be getting those tokens once you have enough tokens. You can get those items anyway. So it depends. There's one more over here. Okay, get this. Bring it on. Okay, search the area. It is the legionary. Okay, what What's over here? Wolf, wolf. Ooh, another treasure camp. Okay. Okay. Hey, come with me. One more. Let's get this. Is that all? Doesn't look like I can go up there, so I suppose that's everything. Kill him. Okay, I'm gonna drop them. Item winner, money, winner, money, winner, empire, winner, empire. I'll mix it up. It costs you 10 million in coins to get one item. It's a huge investment. 10 million coin, oh boy. And those items supposed to be like affordable at some point. 10 million coin, that's... Even I don't have that amount of coin. But that's just a matter of time. Okay. Come on. Here's your pen. Get in there. Thank you very much.
So much work.
And give me the flower.
Okay now, do something. Every day I do this.
Return to your capital city, speak with Marcus Pollux. Thank you again for your help. No problem. All the traders will hear of you and your good deeds. Speaking of traders, it will be good for you to visit with Marcus Pollux when you return to your capital city. He often rewards those who are kind to traders, and he is well known for his own selection of fine goods. Look for him when you return. He should have set up an Empire Bazaar somewhere near your palace. Okay, we're going home. Okay, show me what you got.
Do I have a deal for you?
Oh boy. The Empire Bazaar, that's what it was. It's always a fast paced. And well met traveler, I see you've been helping fellow traders in my travels. I've come to acquire many fine things, so many in fact that I have a few to spare. Please accept this city blueprint as a gift.
You'll be rich. I have a proposition.
I'll take the golden ticket,
Let's
thank
make a
you.
deal.
German, sure.
I have it. Let's make a deal.
King Minos, sure.
Fortune.
What do they get right now? Oh boy. Yeah, put it there. Garden, how do I put that? That's some of these. I don't care about the Sphinx right now.
Listen to this.
They confused you with barbarians? What an idiot. Yeah, tell me about it. Uh, okay, give me that. Got a city quest. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, ready to build some farms. Oh, I want that. You're no longer a complete beginner, so why don't you put your skills to a test? There is a village out there that could use some farms. Farms require more advanced towns, so you will have to age up first. Should be a pretty easy task for an expert like you. Oh, you bet. Let's go farming, guy. Okay. H2, farms built, 8 minutes. Out of my way, man. I like my farms. Oh, we got engineer. Okay. After studying the building construction rates, I've learned few things. There's some wolves around here. Okay. Wolves? Who's that? Wolves? No need to rush anywhere. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, there was a wolf. Let's get more woodcutters. Clubman. Okay, should be fine with just my spear. Okay, I still think in its current form, the higher end players so much more than the lower 90%. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you can afford getting those tickets, yeah. Those who can afford it are definitely the end players, the end game players. I mean, it's supposed to be like for the end game players, right? Because those are legendary items. So I don't really want to see like someone new just getting lucky and getting the item just like that. Okay, get to the Bronze Age. So even though I kinda agree that it's a little bit unfair that you at the lower end or like the less rich players won't be able to afford the tickets that much, it's still something supposed to be like end game. So for an end game player, it's definitely gonna be good. But like someone new should not just get legendary items just like that for free, unless they are really lucky. We need how many? 4, huh? Okay. And we're done here. I don't see any other treasure camp. Hopefully I don't miss anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, take a look at the corner. And wolves. Okay. 8 minutes, come on, I was building faster than that. Can do it faster.
All hands on deck.
Give me my tools. Those farms will look beautiful, well done. I see them in the water, fish, I love their shimmering scales and glassy eyes. There's fish everywhere around here. I really want one for dinner, but there's no safe place for me to catch some. Build docks and fishing boats to gather the fish, and I'll send some Liburnians to help you clear out the area. Okay, build fishing boats to gather food. Blah blah blah. Docks built, fishing boats built, food gathered. We get some plating and nets. Very good for me. What's this? Persian. Yeah, definitely two for my villagers, not for my engineers. Oh boy. Its justification was to spread wealth around more. The items are just an impetus to actually use the system. Yeah, that makes sense.
All hands on deck.
And spreading it, yeah, so like the richer don't stay rich but rather give their riches to the poorer players, right? Give your coins to the poor people. Yeah, then find my dinner. Yo, get your own dinner, man. Okay, let's go fishing. How to build docks? You build them. Oh yeah, I forgot, you got it more expensive. We need to get on the water. Yeah, I forgot, Roman docks are more expensive. Just like the Babylonian docks. Ooh, it's a bear. There's a lot of war. Okay, what do I have? Liburnians, merchant transport. Okay. Ugh. Uh. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Sure. Why not? I don't care what happens to my money, honestly. I just don't know where to spend it. And they attack so fast. What can dogs do? Well, train ships. But what the? What's with these fishing boats? What the? Yeah, load the transport, I don't care. Go engineer. Shut up. Shut up. Oh boy. No delay button. Yeah, I removed it when I was gone. I don't even know why. I just did it. Oi, 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 what is this? Catch more fish. More fish. For me. Man. Oh! Yeah. Like you got the money, you pretty much got everything you wanted. Nothing to spend it on. It's pretty annoying, like I know I got it, but I don't know where to like use it. Like the legendary store in Rome, I believe was supposed to help it a little bit, but I don't really feel like buying any of those items. I might try buying some of them for some units, but I don't really care about them. Some spearmen stuck there. Ooh, there's a town center. Where's my engineer? We're destroying that. Okay, come on. Yeah, punch that spearman for me. Keep punching. You can do it. Oh boy, I like it. Yeah, I don't really care about wood right now, so let's go grab the gold. Yes, oh boy. %, 12 seconds. Keep building. I like to see like the build times are actually affected here. You can see that it's literally like 25% less time. Just take a look at the Denarium. Yeah. Okay, give me the conditioning. Okay, you're not working. Get the fish. Get the armory. Well, bye Viking then. See you next time then. Whenever that's gonna be. Okay, give me that. Give me my stone. taking this down. Yeah, build some houses, come on. Yeah, get rid of him. Let's see, is there any other treasure camp? Some boars. Any other treasure camp? Or can I just leave? One more, nice. Give me that. Okay. Yeah, give me that camp. That's red, okay. Okay, give me my nets.
All hands on deck! Raise anchor!
Okay, snails. Okay, some movement speed. I guess doesn't matter. Put it on the Librarian. This on the fishing boat. I wonder. I hope that's his name. Nice.
I have the perfect plan.
Okay, these barbarians have gone too far. It seems to me that the only solution is the complete and utter destruction of all barbarians. One of our Roman engineers has located their home and wants to establish a base camp just out of their range. Once you set up the camp, you can muster an army to defeat the barbarian war leaders for the glory of the Roman civilization. Ooh. That's the Empire store. Okay, this sword is nice. This bow is nice, but I don't have the bowman yet. This spear anti-infantry damage here. This is nice, but I think the sword is gonna be a really nice option. What about these two? Yeah, this spear would be nicer than this spear, to be honest. But for the early quest, actually this is not a bad idea. For the early quest you're fighting mainly infantry, so this spear is actually very nice. Very nice. It's not full, luckily. The sword is nice, the spear is actually very nice. The bow, unfortunately, I don't have bowman. Otherwise, it's good for the town center for the early defense. I think I'll take the sword because pierce armor is very nice, but the spear is good. But because I'll be going mainly for the legionaries at the end, I don't really care about the spear. Okay, yeah, so you're building here. Yeah, so there's the Melarium. Yeah, you can see the area of effect. They end up like 10% faster. Thank you very much, engineers. Okay, let's go. Get some Liburnians here. Oh, we got some Praetorium. I got a pretty huge army. Oh, Ultimate Camp and this one. We need houses for the engineers. Oh boy. So there's something over here. Okay, let's grab some gold. Oh, there's one leader. Yes, oh boy. Ooh, whole trader. Ouch. Man, this guy ain't fast enough. He just charged at me, what? That can't be right. Here's some tower. There's the other leader. Let's go up. Okay, there are the other two. And the town center, okay. Oh boy. I don't think I've seen any ranged units, so I don't think I really need Balearic slingers. Okay, let me see this Decurion. Yeah, it's very powerful indeed. Yeah, how about we grab some stone? Can do that. And what about you? Yeah, we're gonna fight infantry here, so why should I care about like slingers when I can? Yeah, pretty much all I need are my legionaries. Okay, let's go then. Should be just good enough army. I don't really care about this. Give me the wood. It's nice if the Decurion takes the damage because he's got the health regen, so this early 4 health per second is pretty nice. But once we reach like legendary quest, the full 4 health is not gonna be that useful, in my opinion. Okay, hello. Let's fight. Yeah, he's doing like 9 damage against my legionaries. I don't really care about it. Unit. Oh boy. You destroy the house. Okay, where are my engineers? The blacksmith. Okay, is there anything I should notice? Ooh. Okay, through the valley. Okay, give me this, whatever. Get those upgrades. Take a look over here. Can't get there. Well, let's use the engineer then. I wonder, is there something? Okay, kill him, come on. Destroy everything. Yeah, okay, doesn't look like there's anything up here. Okay, search this area. Okay. Okay, search. Okay, there's a camp. Okay, come on. Last area. No more stone, that's fine. There is something, okay. Okay, take them out. Trust me, I'm an engineer. Yeah, let the Decurion take the beating. A pretty good pierce armor, right? Yeah, 58, very good. Okay. Okay, let's see, is there anything else hidden? Lots of villagers. Okay, that should be all the camps then. That's true, is that really all? So this area, this... Ah, I knew it. Okay, we can go home. Give me another level, come on.
I know what you must do.
And... I mean, the spear is nice. Sword, both of them are really nice.
You don't have a chance.
Level 4.
Listen to this.
What's next? Defeat enemies. You've shown skills and valor, and not a moment too soon. This is the age of the early Roman Republic and takes place centuries before Caesar will triumph. Why are you here then? But with Caesar's intelligence, advice and cunning, perhaps even you can lead these early Romans to victory. The more you listen to Caesar, the more dominant the Romans will become and the more your prestige will rise. Since King Romulus himself founded Rome centuries ago, the Roman Senate has elected kings to lead our city. Several years ago, the arrogant Etruscan Tarquinius married our king's daughter, assassinated the king, and wrongly took the throne for himself. Thus began Tarquinius's reign of terror. He executed senators, conspired with our rivals, and elevated his children above the law. While you were cutting your teeth on those barbarians, Rome's honorable citizens voted to expel the arrogant Tarquinius from Rome and to establish a republic. Never again shall a king rule the Romans. Perhaps one day a dictator for life or even an emperor, but certainly never a king. Tarquinius has now joined with his Etruscan allies from neighboring Veii to march on Rome and retake his throne. Join our troops on the battlefield, repel the Etruscans, and establish the Roman Republic. Oh boy, that's a lot of text here.
They don't have a chance.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, Empire Stone. Really? I get the scepter? Really? Put it right there. Okay. It's very nice. Put it on the legionary so they have something. You know what? I know there was. Who wanted the island?
You'll be back.
I have a problem. We'll be ready. I have a
I'm worried about my. Sure, give me that.
fortune.
Yeah, there's one storage. advisor later.
I have a proposition.
We'll
We'll be ready.
win this, why not? That's a food store.
Let's make a deal.
Sure, golden hippie gun.
Do I have a deal for you?
Which one is it? That's a lot of different stuff. There it is.
We'll be rich.
Sure, give me that. Okay. Build it somewhere far away. Grand warehouse. We're gonna make sure we have enough space in the future. And pretty much I can sell this. I don't really care about it. Yeah, let's keep those. And oh boy, okay, so yeah, I still cannot have advisors. So let's go to the war. Battle of Silva Arzia. Let's go, let's defeat the enemies. Oh boy. That's a big army. Okay, focus the bowman. With this army, I believe we should be able to be triumphant very easily. Destroy everything. If we look over here, there's a treasure camp. Okay, focus. Yeah, these are hoplites, Etruscan hoplites, which are rather focus down those damn bowmen. Oh boy. Okay, you come over here, you're gonna kill those damn villagers. Yeah, this is the low base damage in action. You can see it takes forever to kill even one villager. Yeah, that was easy, come on. Destroy everything for the experience. I see another camp over here. Gonna few of you here. How does the sword look? How does the sword look on them? Hey, it ain't bad. Pretty nice. Okay. Searching. Ugh. Siege of Rome was so scary the first time, like third minute. Of course, 700 units at gates. Oh boy. I think I saw that one somewhere.
I know what you must do.
Okay, Roma Invicta, we have expelled Tarquinius and established the Roman Republic, but the beginnings of all things are small, and the vast Etruscan Empire continues to threaten the Romans. Caesar, induced by these circumstances, generously opens his coffers to you and advises that you use whatever meager coins you have to best equip your legions for battle.
You cannot fail.
Caesar ain't gonna tell me what to do. Ooh, Roman residents. I don't care about it right now. Okay, pure health. Mm. Let's do it like this.
Listen to this.
Wanted Etruscans. The Etruscans will torment the Romans until only one civilization is left standing. Until that day, hunt down any Etruscan soldiers you come across to keep our trade routes open.
Go and win. Listen to this.
Sworn enemies. Though we have driven back the arrogant Tarquinius and established Rome as a free republic, we are still a small city surrounded by the powerful Etruscan Empire. The Etruscans have dominated Italy for centuries and fear that Rome may one day rise. Tarquinius has run covering to the greedy Etruscan king Lars Porsena. Lars Porsena now seeks to subdue the Romans and install Tarquinius in Rome as his puppet king. Our scouts report that Lars Porzena's hostile army has invaded Roman territory and constructed several camps. Go there, find them, beat them. You are young and untested, and these are grave times, but if you do what Caesar says, soon your legions shall willingly die for you, and your enemies shall beg for your permission to live, serve Caesar, and bring glory to Rome. Yeah, sure. So barracks found, barracks destroyed, town center destroyed. Okay.
They don't have a chance.
I hope so. Okay. Oh boy. Let's go then.
Collector.
Okay, build this. Starting in the Copper Age, it begins one huge battle, which will lead to destruction of 6 barracks. Oh boy, we got some nice resources around here. Mm. Okay, what's this? Ooh, fish. Maybe focus on the wood early. I see houses. I see tower.
Domine.
Hmm.
Cuidados.
Hmm. Okay, build a castellum. Good. And normally go to Bronze Age. Pretty huge map. It's nice to have some tools. Okay. So far I haven't seen a single cavalry unit, so I'm not really worried about cavalry, so I'll go straight for the legionaries. Let's get them. Is there some gold nearby? Good. We build this. And this. Good. That's a pretty huge map. Why? Why is it so huge? I don't really care about wood right now. Be fine. So let's focus on gold. Do I really need stone? I don't really need stone. Well, only a little bit. Do another towers. One tower at least. Yeah, adds a whole fortification. Just, oh boy. Oi. Can you not? Okay, let's grab. Okay, you here, stuff. Okay, I don't really need that much, so that. Okay. Ooh. I guess pierce armor is gonna be kinda necessary. Yeah, sure, attack the tower. All the stone I need. Oh boy. Okay, let's move.
Anywhere. Hey, Duco. Paratos.
Again, why are you there? Okay. Give me my units. Wait, we've discovered those barracks. Come on, man.
Laboren.
Hmm. Okay, get rid of these. Oh, look at that scout. They actually destroyed the tower. Oh, really? Well, that's fine. Okay, another barracks. Okay, you guys can come over here. We'll ever build more houses.
you go.
Ooh. Damn, Bowman. More gold. Stole gold. Okay. It's gonna be done soon. Okay. Okay, where are you, Scout? I'm missing 2 more barracks. Ooh. Seems like we found something. Oh boy. Protected by a fortress. Now you make me wish I was Silver Age already. Yeah, whatever. Okay, group up. Group up. We don't have that much health. There's an Easter egg on this quest. North of the map there's an island full of pigs. You sure? It doesn't seem like there's too much space. You sure it's this map? I heard about a map having like the pigs on an island, but I don't think it's this one. Okay, we got rid of that fortress. Man, they hurt. Hey, maybe the courier would be better choice. But who cares? Next one, right? There's no way, like, I searched it here, there's no island here. Oh, I see a camp. Okay, come on. Thank you. Let's get rid of this fortress. Oh boy. Yeah, I think that's the one. Okay, give me my treasure. Yeah, I hope I got all the camps here. Like, pretty huge map. I don't really want to travel anywhere here.
I have the perfect plan.
Okay, Etruscan raiders are easily startled, but they'll soon be back, and in greater numbers.
They don't have a chance. I have the perfect plan.
The Etruscans have scorched our fields, and our people now starve in desperation. The Roman Senate has dispatched a merchant caravan to our southern neighbors, the Ooh, the Volsci. The Volsci are no friends of Rome, but they know the value of Roman gold and will provide us with supplies. They will certainly appreciate such patronage from Caesar. For they usually speak only with Pompey, and that is an exhausting affair. Exhort the merchant caravan to the Volsci town center. And we are escorting a caravan here. Ooh, what do we have? A Babylonian trade dock. A Babylonian trade dock. Ooh, gotta check that one. They sell this goddamn torque. Okay, blueprints somewhere. Train research rate. Train research rate. So that sounds like town center. Yeah, I forgot. I already got the forum. Forgot that's a Bronze Age building. Well, that's fine. Okay, let's escort the caravan.
Utquid, Gladio, Educo. Prograde.
Okay, we got the clinicals, we got some pontifex priests here. Okay, search it here. There are some camps on the way. Okay. Yeah, typically these micro quests are quite easy. Ooh, we got some camp here. Okay, lots of resources, fine. Okay, heal the Decurion. Okay, should be fine. Okay, do I destroy this? How much XP does it give? Oh, pretty good. It's something. I don't really care that much. Okay, there's another camp over here. Let's go. Okay. Heal up a little bit. Okay. Moving on. Barracks, that's gonna give a lot of XP, right? I feel like 3 times, so 18. Oh no, oh no. Oh, how dare you. They dare to kill one of my pontiffs. Come on. Okay, keep healing. Oh, it's through here. I see. Yay, level up. Oh boy. Okay. Slow and steady. Okay. Keep going. Is there any other way to go? Doesn't look like it. Hmm. Yeah, keep converting, come on. Okay, you go. We go for this. Yeah, very easy. Go home.
I have the perfect plan.
Okay. With this, well done. He who endures shall succeed. The weaker the Etruscans, the stronger the Romans.
Go! Well, listen to this.
With all authority to speak on behalf of the Senate and people of Rome, Caesar thanks you for the safe delivery of these supplies. All Romans congratulate the Senate for its wisdom to entrusting these matters of public importance to Caesar. Why does he speak in third person? Like what?
They don't have a chance. I have the perfect plan.
Okay, what do we have here? Crafting hall. The glorious city of Rome enjoys the most superior craftsmen in the world. Your patronage will be critical in supporting their efforts. To begin, you must first build a crafting hall. After that, you can select the crafting schools and people should focus on what out you should focus on. Once you have selected your school, you can begin to create custom gear and items for the troops or to trade to neighboring cities for coin.
They don't have a
Okay.
chance. Listen to this.
Okay, so looking to inflict a famine upon our lands, the devious Etruscans now block Rome's trade routes. With Roman farms raided and our supply lines severed, Caesar determines that we have no choice but to trade overseas with the Greeks and Phoenicians. But to do so, we must construct a port, travel to the nearby city of Osti, and construct sufficient docks to open Rome to the world. Soon the Etruscans will learn that hunger is the best cook.
You cannot fail.
Okay, let's see. Axe, medium armor. Ooh, that's a good one. The legionary. I don't have free yet. Why are you giving me horns? Okay, recipe store. Hmm. Put it right there. Yeah. Sell it, sell it, sell it. Okay.
Hello.
Hey there. Alright, give me a pine plant.
Why are you still here? Hello.
Yeah, repeatable for the materials.
Yes, yes.
Okay, anything else? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, I got a few points. Do I really want to spend them right now? Don't care about the spearman. Economy wise, this one is good. And yeah, I'm gonna save. I'm level 6. I need 7. Okay, I need 7 for Silver Age, so the next age I should be able to unlock a lot more techs for myself, and there's a lot of useful stuff. So let's keep it for now. And yeah, let's go trading places then. That's the one about the dogs. Oh boy. Ugh.
Iter fructus. Hic autem.
Okay. Good. Still visit is the
Cave.
I bet. Yeah, this one is definitely the one. The island full of peaks. There's a lot of resources in the starting location. Could even go and this.
Awe.
Oh yeah, I'm long after level 5, so I should have chosen my milestone.
Kawe.
Yeah, after seeing the huntables, yeah, I need to choose my milestone. Okay. Okay, let's build Castellum. There's a lot of houses around here. Grab some gold. Oh boy. There's some fish here, that's really nice. Treasure camp. Okay.
Eus.
Quite a lot of patrols here. Yeah, I seriously like these wooden buildings the Etruscans have. They definitely look really nice. Hmm. Okay, research the map. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. The red armor on the legionaries looks damn badass. Yeah, keep the rare. Just looks so good. Okay, speak you are. Give me that. They're pretty expensive, like 300 resources this early. But totally worth. Ooh. Okay. That's pretty big army this early. Let's be honest, it's pretty big army this early. 5 minutes in, it's not bad. But damn big. Okay, I could use more wood. I could use some stone. Oh boy. With legendary items are simply amazing in late game. Yeah. I mean just the officer units, by just how many gear slots they have, that just makes them super strong. Mm, there you are. Like once you have all the legendary gear you need, yeah, it's gonna be very good. No, my legionary. How dare you? Yes. Okay, a little bit more stone, please. Hmm. Yes, keep them coming. Come on, man. 23 seconds to train one. Gold. House. Put me here a little bit. It is this. Get all of them. Oof. Okay, let's go. Like these hoplites, they're a little bit versatile with just better armor. You have melee infantry, pierce, bonus versus infantry. Yeah, it's literally versatile with better armor. Okay, we don't have to destroy this. Oh boy. Okay. Ooh. Mm-hmm. This is weird. What? Okay. What is your first impressions of the Romans this early in the progression? Uh, like as so far, because I don't have access to like the main arsenal, I feel like they're really slow so far. But it's because I'm lacking the gear, so not really the issue right now. I feel like the army is nice, but because I like the upgrades, I cannot really tell. But once I get like the siege and everything I need, that's where the fun begins. I cannot really judge because I have only like a fraction of what the Civ can do. But so far, yeah, I was like, let's see what the Decurion is like, and I can tell it's very powerful unit. It literally is Epicon in Bronze Age. That is actually even more powerful, and I can tell this is a strong unit. It just takes time to get all of them. It's too early for me to judge, like if the Civ is really good or not. I need access to everything to actually. Okay, we're gonna go with the transport. Check the Peak Island. Like, I cannot just judge from the units I have so far. Like, the engineer is definitely a very nice addition. I can agree with that. That it's very nice to have like unit building so fast and not really like need villagers to build everything and make them work on the resources, gather the resources, which is like really valuable. So I definitely like the engineer. It's definitely great mechanic here, and it can be like very powerful tool, especially once you get the gear. Like the construction rate will just skyrocket. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at the peaks. So if I'm not mistaken, this Peak Island is like a reference to like how we could say it, to the one of the missions in Age of Mythology, and yeah, it's actually a reference to Greek mythology and reference to the Odysseus, and I believe this is supposed to be like the island of Kirke, the witch that actually turned the whole, like turned all men into pigs. Yeah. Yeah, keeps your economy going. Yeah. It's a really nice addition. Like instead of like, hey, taking the villages, I still think I'm gonna need like Hammer of Kavek and not Delian Archon, because I would prefer not using engineer on every like storehouse.
Vita brevis.
Instead, use the villagers, because yeah, just don't wanna tell the engineer, hey, come here and build the storehouse every time. I just wanna build a storehouse like few, what's the word? Few clicks away. Okay, we got the trading places. So I definitely want to add some construction rate for the villagers. I don't really want to go like Tools of Wayland, like for pure gather rate.
Listen to this.
But give them something. Like I don't like engineer is nice, and until I get the tools for him, the Divine Hammer of Construction, it's just a fraction of what he can do. And once I get all the tools, it's definitely gonna be noticeable, like how powerful that unit can be. Okay, with those dogs in Osti, the Romans now may trade with the powerful Greek, Phoenician empires. We'll feed our growing empire, and with careful diplomacy, we may be able to use these new allies to Roman advantage. Those greedy Etruscans will regret rendering in unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's.
You cannot fail.
And there we go, Silver Age. Give it to me. Great. Now we got bigger arsenal. This is where coin. We got the coin. Gathering food 2.0 versus 2.6. Okay, I don't care about the PS armor, so definitely. And we got some. Oh, it's some construction speed, but it's also it's better gather rates. I'm just gonna put it on my villagers. Although I know it's not good for my engineer. Ooh, gemstones. Give it to me.
I have the perfect
Okay, this is war. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna end it right here because it's getting late for me and I'm a little bit tired already. So yeah, like I had access only to the Bronze Age, so yeah, definitely give me this. Legionary Champion is very nice. The Decurions definitely gonna be nice. Finally getting access to the Scorpios and Battering Rams, that's gonna be nice. I definitely want to get some of these. We got these two upgrades finally available. I'm definitely gonna grab the shield thrust and chainmail. Those two are very important. We can grab pulse saw. Wood is always important, and ooh, for caravans the Roman roads are nice, but still expensive. We are gonna use farming is still expensive, and I don't really think I needed it much early. I would ignore the farming. Stone is nice, but I don't really need that much stone. Gold is great. Diamonds are a little bit more expensive for these units. I don't really care about them. I guess gold mining is the way, and we got the. Oh, what? I already got it selected. What? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? I must be crazy. Oh boy. Yeah. Age of Mythology, really great campaign. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the stream. Make sure, if you haven't done already, make sure to click the follow button. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I definitely will upload this to my YouTube. So yeah, and if you're watching this on YouTube, yeah, make sure to click the like button. And make sure to subscribe to the channel. I will really appreciate it. And yeah. So I'll continue. We got the Silver Age. So yeah, more stuff coming in. Definitely got great arsenal unlocked now. So we got the Ekkes, we got the Great Bowmen, Centurions, and Aquilifers. These two will be very interesting to see in action. Scorpios will be very nice in action. I'm battering ram to deal with those fortresses if needed. And yeah, and we got access to Eneris. So water is ours. And yeah, some support from Clinicus is always gonna be great. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. This was Psychosaurus, and I'll see when will be the next time. So yeah, bye.